Hey there YouTube, today I bring you a Wi-Fi battle featuring Bosses Have Swag. So let's get this battle started. In this battle I face Bosses Have Swag. His YouTube link will be in the description. And I start off with my pom-pom. And Boss sends out his Rhyperior, and things get started now. My pom-pom goes for the low sweep. Doing not what I was hoping, but it did about a fourth of damage. This Rhyperior is very bulky. It must have max HP and max defense plus solid rock to take a fighting move so well. So he goes for the earthquake here, almost knocking out Pom-Pom, giving it almost a KO. So I just go for another low sleep, trying to knock it out. I do a little more damage this time, lowering his speed some more, taking life orb damage as well. And he has an Oran Berry attached to this Rhyperior. I've never seen an Oran Berry used on a Rhyperior before, but alright. Whatever works for you, baddie. So he goes for another earthquake, knocking out Pom-Pom for an easy KO. Score is 5-6, and I go ahead and send out my Mud, the Swampert. Here, Mud just goes for a simple waterfall to KO the Rhyperior and end the suffering that he has been through with the low sweeps. No more Rhyperior, the score is now tied at 5-5. Boss sends out his Gallade, and Gallade here goes for a Leaf Blade, and I was like, oh crap, this is gonna end badly for Mud. So I'm watching HP counter go down, and surprisingly I live that Leaf Blade with a decent amount of HP, and I go for a waterfall, and I do over half damage to this Gallade. But here I'm just gonna play it safe and switch out and go into Sparky, the Electros, to take the oncoming Leaf Blade that's gonna be blown right in my face, like that. So I take that Leaf Blade nicely with Sparky, getting leftovers done. And this is what shocked me right here as well. Gallade went for Psychic. So I'm facing, I guess, a mixed Gallade. Never seen one use Psychic before, but yeah, so I just end Gallades and KO it with a Thunderbolt, knocking it out, making the score 5-4. Boss is now sending out an Absol, and Absol right here, this is what also shocked me. Absol went for a Hyper Beam. Surprisingly enough, a Hyper Beam from this Absol did quite a lot of damage to me, over 200 hit points I lost. So I go for a Thunderbolt, hoping to knock out the Absol in one hit, but I don't. It lives with like, I don't know, 1 HP, 3 HP, whatever that amount is. So I'm like, whatever, you have to recharge, so you're gonna die anyway. So I just go for another simple Thunderbolt, knocking out Absol, making it 5-3. I've never seen a Hyper Beaming Absol before. That took me by surprise, but it wasn't enough to knock out Sparky, unfortunately. So Boss sends out his Arcanine, and it goes for a Fire Blast. That Fire Blast. Nice, I like it. And it knocks out Sparky, ending Sparky's chances of surviving. So the score is now 4-3, and I go ahead and send out Angel, the Togekiss. Arcanine goes for another Fire Blast, dealing damage, special damage, to my Togekiss. I go for a Thunder Wave to Parahax this Arcanine so I can get in some air slash flinches. But surprisingly enough, this Arcanine has the item Lumberry. Or was it a Cherry Berry? Either or, it was a Lumberry or Cherry Berry which cured the paralysis. So my plan kind of failed there, as he goes for another Fire Blast, continuing to deal damage to Angel. So I go for another Thunder Wave to get the paralyzation on again, so I can go first and hopefully for some flinch hacks. I recover HP due to leftovers, and here I go starting my air slashing rampage. I do one air slash, it does over a quarter damage. Arcanine goes for another Fire Blast, bringing Togekiss down to low HP, but not critical enough for a roost. So I go for another air slash, hoping for a flinch, and I get the flinch this time. So I'm like, alright, one more air slash and this Arcane is down, and I won't need to roost. So I just go for a simple air slash to knock out Arcanine, making the score 4-2. And I get more leftovers. Yay for leftovers. So Boss sends out his Gengar. Scary Gengar. And this is what also surprised me. His Gengar knows Explosion. Now, normally nowadays you don't ever see a exploding Gengar. So I'm just like, what was that? That's not normal nowadays. And it really didn't knock out Angel. It probably didn't do what he was expecting it to do. His explosion in this game has been nullified a lot. Besides, Gengar's not that great at attacking anyway. So anyway, Boss sends out Ampharos, and during this turn I decide to go for a Roost to heal Togekiss and see how much damage this Ampharos will accumulate by using a Thunderbolt. And it didn't do quite a lot of damage to me, surprisingly. So I just go for Aura Spheres, since air slashing, since flying type is not very effective against electric here. And he goes for a Hyper Beam on this Ampharos. Didn't really do anything to me again. He must like Hyper Beams, because, well, he seems to use them a lot. So I go for another Aura Sphere while Ampharos has to recharge. More leftovers. Yay for leftovers. And I'm just gonna go simply for more Aura Spheres until this Ampharos dies. Oh, we're so close. It's gonna take one more Aura Sphere. While here he goes for a Focus Blast, getting it right there. Yep, right there. Not enough to knock out Angel, and we're gonna end the game with another Aura Sphere and knock out Ampharos. Good game, Bosses Have Swag. Good game. And this has been another battle from Xavikunable, and hope to see you all next time.